What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be continuing to look at XRP. We'll be looking at Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, as well as the stock market, the S&P 500, which looks pretty good. We are hitting a bit of turbulence here. You can see at the top right now, a bit of consolidation, but we did manage to break through reluctantly a major resistance right here. So we are in uncharted territory. That is for sure the highest the stock market has ever been. It's incredible. This breakout typically took place because of the federal funds lowering the rates here. The prime rate is down, and I guess the markets are, factoring this in, and we are starting to see prices unveil and lift up higher, which is always a good thing here. However, it doesn't explain much for these cryptos. Yesterday, we left off talking about how basically these cryptos were consolidating and possibly could see a correction to the downside here. You can see within XRP that we were very close to seeing a breakout come. We still are, but for the remainder of the cryptos, it's almost like correction is near across the board here. I mean, just looking at Solana here, you can see there is a major, and I'll jump to the weekly chart, show it a little bit better. But you can see how we're pretty much coming very close to the end of Solana's kind of symmetrical triangle here. We've been on a 4-week uptrend, so it's almost like expected now that we could see prices come down, and that might not happen this week. It's very possible it might not happen this week. We could come up to retest that top price ceiling, but inevitably correction to the downside could unveil and start to correct here, something along the lines of that, or just straight rejection off that moving average. You can see in the past we do rally up higher than that major resistance, but we end up inevitably coming to the downside, and that's what we're kind of expecting with a lot of these cryptos. Same thing with XRP. I mean, yeah, if we jump to like the 4-hour charts, you can see what we had as a thumbnail here, consolidating, and we're inside this kind of ascending fractal. These usually break down though. I'm not gonna lie. They do typically see breakdown. So I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, we're rallying up higher. Obviously anything's possible, but they inevitably come correcting downwards here, especially since we're pretty high up above a lot of the resistances right now. We're pretty much at the top. You can see here in this major descending fractal on XRP, like we're nearing the top, and there's usually implied correction, as that's what history does on XRP. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. Anywho, that being said, definitely make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's get right into today's video. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, remember BYDFI is offering some cool promotions for this month into next month here. We are at the end of September, so they do have some perks open for this month into next month here. 3 in specific, or 4, and we'll talk about the last one later, but you can earn a random rebate between 10 and 80% upon a deposit, which is very cool. So both new and existing users can get quite a pretty penny returned back to them, I believe, in bonus money by just making a deposit, which is very cool. And then you can trade around with that free money and do whatever you want, which is very cool as well. Here you can also get a VIP2 status for October, depending on a deposit, and then you can also get a $100 bonus if you do decide to trade, which is also super cool because it's very easy, especially with leverage, to hit certain milestones. Like 100K might sound like a lot in trading volume, but it is very little. Just a couple of trades will get you there. So lots of cool perks and promotions given away by BYDFI this month, and we'll talk about how you can earn over 2K in BYDFI from BYDFI later on in today's video. Anywho, diving into XRP here. You can see how we're going to start small or start large and slowly creep in, but you can see why I'm referencing the possible correction is near for XRP. XRP, for the most part, has been forming major descending fractals. I mean, constantly hitting resistances and floors, resistances, and continuing this correction, this downtrend, this path to the downside here. Now, this is inevitably a bullish pattern. Unfortunately, it's forming on XRP's like weekly charts, so it's going to take a very long time, as we're seeing, to complete itself, to be fulfilled here. But you'll notice we have uncovered these symmetrical triangles in the weekly charts that end up breaking down. That's the first one. You can see this. The second one breaks down, and it's almost like here's the third one, and it's a lot bigger, but it is consolidating nonetheless here, and we are looking for that correction. However, then take into consideration major resistance up top, major moving average. We're getting very close to that resistance. There's a very good chance we will consolidate. No, we might not fall off the face of the earth here, but we could see correction. As I zoom in, you'll notice how much clearer these symmetrical triangles are. You'll notice here how much clearer this one is, and we're almost forming a third one as I speak. And then you'll see, oh, we had this descending fractal, broke us bullish. We capitalized off that. Then we had consolidation. And now we're inside a much larger uptrend with the downtrend. Clear as day, this is a major ceiling. And clear as day, this is a major support. So as we're consolidating here, there's a good chance this is going to completely fill this in, completely consolidate. As we move, we should get the results that we're looking for here, which would be, unfortunately, for those that are, wanting the breakout, there's going to be a correction most likely at stake here for XRP fairly soon. Obviously, anything's possible. I mean, we'd all love a breakout, but I just don't think it's in the cards for XRP right now. I more so think correction to the downside would be more of a factor within the short-term movement here. Maybe even a correction even lower than the breakout. But in the short term, we are focused on this. And then if we zoom in even closer, you'll notice the 4-hour symmetrical or ascending fractal forming on XRP. Look at this right here. There's a good chance this could result in a correction fairly soon, as this is almost at its end. So I'm excited to see the results of XRP. Anywho, when that time does come, we'll take advantage of it on XRP, on BYDFI, because BYDFI offers XRP to leverage trade. You'll see here, just briefly, just playing around with the charts, how much you can do on BYDFI here. You can just see it's clear as day that there is an uptrend. It's clear as day that there is a downtrend. We're drawing this all in for you, and you can see the consolidation that's taking place. This is on the daily charts. And we could zoom in even closer, like the 4-hour, and you'll notice there's an even bigger, or another pattern forming here, clear uptrend right here, and maybe even a downtrend like this. And you can see that there is some sort of consolidative pattern, some sort of technical indicator that we can pay attention to here. As we consolidate, we can even maybe scale this down a little bit here, and you'll notice kind of the uptrend, the downtrend, move this up higher. We can include the wicks, or we don't have to. It's tough. We'll include some of them for the time being right now, and you'll notice here that there is a big, solid, technical indicator that we can use, and we will use for our next trade. And there's a good chance it is going to break down. A good chance there. If it breaks up, so be it, but more so, I think the markets are leaning towards a correction than one to break to the upside. And you can see on the current coin market cap, we are consolidating 50 on the fear and greed index. We can go either way. And in the past couple of days of volume, it's just been sideways. Like nothing's been moving positively. Over the week, we're up about 11, 12%. But for the most part, you can see we are flatlined out. We're not really seeing much movement. In comparison to last week, obviously, we are starting off on a better foot here, but we should be able to take advantage of like these trades, the smaller one on the 4-hour, the larger one on the daily. They're all coming to an end fairly soon, and you're just going to have to keep your eyes peeled on this. Like if the daily closes us below this right here, there's a good chance we'll fall back down to support. That's what we're waiting for. And then there's a much bigger run at the end of this, which is also very exciting. Now, you can obviously take advantage of the few things that BYDFI offers. As I mentioned earlier, that's not what I wanted to do. If we click on this and then we click on demo trading account, you can earn over $2,000 in free crypto by completing some of the tasks down here that BYDFI offers, including a feedback. Literally leaving feedback can earn you up to 5K in free bonus money. You can use those bonus money to trade around on the live exchange, and all the profit you earn, you can withdraw completely free to your Coinbase or wherever else, which is super cool. And then lastly, there is a demo trading account on BYDFI, which I highly recommend. What that means is basically you can practice your skills, learn the exchange, and then when you're comfortable, they give you 50 grand in Monopoly money to practice your skills, get comfortable with the website. Then you can switch on over to the live account, use that bonus money, and trade around. I always recommend starting off with the free demo trading account. It's a great way to keep your skills sharp. Anywho, moving past that, looking at these other cryptos, we also briefly mentioned Solana, which also looks like it could correct here. Same thing with XRP. Then you throw in like Ethereum here, which briefly made it outside of its descending broadening wedge, but we are trading sideways here. This could also go either way. We did have a breakout. 4-hour breakout looks incredible. Like we tracked that, we saw this was a simple run to the upside here, but now it's like we kind of reached the top and we're going to flatline, consolidate out. So we are looking to see where this does decide to move. I'm putting Ethereum on the back burner, although it does look like it could head higher. Main focus is XRP Solana. Bitcoin broke out, looks good too, but I think this is going to flop and correct down too. A lot of these cryptos don't seem like they have the stability, the volume needed for runs to the upside, which is why I think we're going to see more of a correction than anything else. And then the stock market looks all right. continuing to head higher. We're approaching overbought. When that does, I do think we are due for a small dip back down to now the newfound support, and then we'll head even higher up. But that is it for today's video. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. See you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.